Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ashley and this is the Lace Spirit Designs Hauntmare Expo vlog. As promised, Bestie Chi is being the boy. Do a spin, show us the boy. They made the hat out of foam and it's perfect. Ah! So you will have seen last week that we got all set up. My mom and I got set up Friday afternoon, but it is now Saturday morning and I have Bestie Chi and Jason helping me out this weekend because Ryan is still in Japan without me. So we are out here. It is a little after 10, so VIPs are in and general admission comes in at about 11. But let me show you around the booth. So a little bit differently, we have the photo op, pretty much how I expected it to be for Midsummer, but we improvised then. If you want to watch that vlog, I'll link it up at the top. But it's the same setup as before. So you've got all of the keychains that are self-serve, the sticker book designs, all of the self-serve deco sticker sheets, all of the die cut stickers, and then I have mystery bags. I didn't put out patches and lanyards this time because I'm basically done with them. I have the mystery bags for the pieces for the shaker charms, and then the goods. I have, if you didn't watch last week's vlog or the previous vlog, I can't remember at this point, but I got these fixed, so they're 8 centimeters now and the rest of them are 7. So the size is a little bit better than the big ones I had for Midsummer Scream. And I fixed the pieces menu. So these are now broken down by size, so you know what to expect. And I recommend that people pick out 2 from each section for the best fit in any of the potions. But yeah, so we are super excited. This con seems really awesome so far, and I can't wait to see how the weekend goes. We have extremely close quarters behind the booth because I'm literally against the wall. It's like 2 feet? Well, no, that's not 2 feet. Like 4 feet? I don't know.
That's about 2.5.
2.5 feet. But we've got all of our bags and stuff, and cheese snacks, and Jason, and the pieces. Jason's my apothecary since Ryan is not. And sticker books, and yeah, and then under is secrets. All right, it is about 3 o'clock. We're 3 hours away from over. I don't think we're halfway anymore. I think it's more than halfway. Con's going great. It's a pretty steady crowd. It's busier than I expected it to be, which is amazing. Yeah, so I really hope that the show does well enough to come back. And we still have all day tomorrow and of course the last 3 hours, so let's keep making the money. artist, every time I see the jade piece, I think it's a pickle. You're welcome. All right, it's after 6. We are all closed up for day 1. Success! Time for dinner. Even though I post a lot about selling at events and conventions, it's really important to remember that I also sell online, and most of you guys do too. Etsy is my highest grossing platform, and part of its recent growth is thanks to this week's sponsor, EverBee. EverBee is an extension for Etsy that plugs right into your shop to provide analytics not only on various keywords and niche topics, but your own shop and listings as well. And while you can sign up and use EverBee completely for free, the amount of data and research tools available in the growth plan is invaluable to an Etsy shop owner of any stage. Even if you already have an established Etsy shop, utilizing EverBee's research tools to analyze your own listings is extremely useful to see what aspects of your listings are underperforming and what you can do to enhance their visibility and get more sales. Even at the free level, EverBee is great for anyone who is researching niches or keywords for their Etsy listings to help give your shop a great head start. Or if you're interested in investing in your own business, like I do, you can join the growth program by clicking the link below. It is an affiliate link, so I'll get a little bit of a kickback. You don't have to use it, but it's a great way to support me in any way that you possibly can. Joining the EverBee growth program is incredible because not only do you get all of the tools that you would get on the free level, you get access to so many more and unlimited searches, and it's just a really great way to give your shop the boost it needs, especially going into quarter 4, which is the best and most spendy quarter of the shopping year. Now, let's get back to the con. All right, good morning, guys. It is day 2. We're low polygon versions of ourselves today, all 3 of us. But I'll talk about that later, if I do it all. It is 10:39. VIPs have been in here for about 40 minutes, and general admission comes in at 11. It's already been, an interesting morning. We didn't have any technical difficulties yesterday when turning on the Square Reader, which I usually always do on the first day. So of course we had them today, but we figured it out. Plan C came in clutch. So we're hoping for a good day 2. We are in the final 30 minutes of the show. I'm so tired, but thank you so much to everybody who came out and supported us. Even though it was really slow today, yesterday was so incredible that it absolutely made up for it. So we're going to tear down soon. And since I did time-lapse of setup, I'm not going to do time-lapse of teardown because I just want to get it done. But be sure, if you're new to these vlogs, stay tuned to the next part of the video because I will talk about how the event went, if I thought it was worth doing again, and also sharing my profits versus expenses. So I will see you in the next part. Okay, so con is over. Con is long over, actually. It's been, I think, almost 2 weeks now. And Ryan is back home. If you're new to these videos, this is the part of the vlog where I talk about how the show went, pros and cons, and also my profits and expenses. And the pie chart of expenses and profit that I'm going to show you is going to be in percentages. And if you want to see the full actual dollar amounts of what I spent and earned at this show, you can check out my Patreon for $5 or more, and you can see all of those dirty details. So I first want to talk about some pros and the cons. So this is the first year of Hauntmare. They reached out to me, I think in like February, to be part of the show. So I get the idea that it was very curated and kind of word of mouth. I could tell right away that the showrunners were huge horror fans because they referenced Midsummer Scream. I think they saw me at Midsummer Scream last year and reached out to me because of that. And of course, I'm always going to be willing to do local stuff, especially if they are of my niche interests, like Halloween and horror things. So I was super excited, and a 10 by 10 space was the same size space that I use for Midsummer Scream. Midsummer is the most I will spend on a booth because I make my money there. This was the same space, and it was a fraction of the cost, which is amazing. I don't know if that's just a first year thing or if it was because of how inexpensive it is to rent the fairgrounds. And it was a 2-day show, Saturday and Sunday, at the Fresno Fairgrounds, and ticket prices to get in for the day were $35, and I think the weekend passes were $65. They were selling VIP passes where they let people come in an hour early both days, but there wasn't really many of those that I saw. Some pros for the event: it was a really cool event for Fresno, especially. I've always known, doing things around town, that there's a big horror community here, and it's great that now there's something to give back to those fans, because otherwise they usually have to go outside of the city to do anything like this. There were a lot of things to do for the $35 ticket price. You got access to the entire vendor hall. There was also an entire separate building where they were doing panels and workshops and some escape rooms. Like, one of my friends works at an escape room and she had a little event set up there. And then there was another room which you saw that was the dark room, and that was all black light. That's where they had a couple of mazes set up and some really unique vendors. I was also really impressed with the turnout this year. I didn't know what to expect, especially for a first year show, being in Fresno, being in August, and it was also right before school started back. So I wasn't sure what to expect, but there was quite a few people there on Saturday. Sunday was very slow, but Saturday sales definitely made up for it. I also got to talk to the staff at the end of the event, and they said it was a huge success and they have big ideas for next year. Some cons about this show. It's at the fairgrounds. Every single event in Fresno that we do is at the fairgrounds, and I'm honestly sick of the fairgrounds. That's my own personal opinion. I know there's a lot of reasons that events pick the fairgrounds, but I don't know if we just don't have like a proper convention center here in town or what, but like, I'm really sick of the fairgrounds. It's kind of dumpy, and a lot of people don't like to go all the way out there for anything. Another con was that the security overnight was a little bit iffy. There were a lot of bay doors left open, and it didn't seem like people were checking badges coming in and out that I saw, so we didn't leave any product overnight because I just didn't want to chance anything. And lastly, there were some communication hiccups, which is to be expected being a first year show, and just a couple of other first event snags. Otherwise, I had a blast. I thought this was an amazing event, and I'm super excited to be a part of it and support it again in the coming years. Well, I can stop yapping about that, but now I can show you the pie chart. So again, this is a local event, so I'm not paying for hotel or charging or anything like that. And we also managed to get away without paying for parking both days. I don't know what was going on with that because they told us we were going to pay for parking, but nobody charged us. It was a very heavy card sale event. I included sales tax. The table cost is in there, and then the other cost is the extra badges that I bought. I expected a fourth person at the booth, but they never showed up. So it was just myself and Chi who had the badges that came with the booth, and then Jason had one of the extra badges, and then I was able to use one of the other extra badges to let my sister come in and check out the show. Yeah, and then food was a little higher than I would have anticipated, but that's because I was feeding 3 people instead of just 2. But I could not have done this event without Chi and Jason's help, and I thank them greatly, greatly for helping me out in Ryan's absence. But it was mostly just a lot of fun that we got to hang out. Chi was so cute as Periwinkle. I'm sad that we didn't get more pictures, but hopefully they will dress up with me again. But yeah, so we had a great time. I'm really excited for Ryan to see this event next year. I think he's gonna love it. And it's just the horror and Halloween community, I've found time and time again, is just incredible. They're always the kindest people. They're so supportive. Everybody around us was so cool. I got to meet a lot of new people. I got to see some old friends. And I also found out one of my table neighbors lives like 3 houses down from me. So very small world, very cool people. And I'm just stoked to have been a part of it. And with that, this video is coming to an end. I'm actively packing up to leave for SAC Anime Summer. So you'll have that vlog to look forward to very soon. But I'm gonna get this finished up so I can get on the road, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!